Make sure my phone's on silent real quick. All right. Beautiful, beautiful.
Cool.
All right. You ready to rock?
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, what is this, 52?
52.
Episode 52.
52.
James.
That's tight.
Yes, sir. Well, just want to be, first off, express to the people, we're very blessed today. We got James Violent on the air today with us, and he just killed the game in The Voice. So it was incredible to see somebody from a more local environment starting to gain that notoriety again in a positive way.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, first of all.
Hey, our pleasure, man. Our pleasure. It's like I said, it's exciting. I think a lot of people are going to get some good value out of this, and just from where nothing can turn into something really fast.
For sure.
Yeah. But most people aren't going to see, and I'm going to allow you to break into your story, but most people aren't going to see the back end work where nothing happened. You're putting the work in, nothing happened, and boom, a little bit of exposure.
Exactly like that.
And that's all it takes,
Exactly.
And there's this guy named Mark Cuban, he's a billionaire, and he has this quote that I love. He says, "You only got to get right once. That's it. You just got to get right once. It doesn't matter if it's that guy chasing the woman of his dreams. You only got to get right once. If you're chasing the business, trying to make it big, got to get right once. If you're chasing your aspirations, all you got to do is get right once. But you never know when your interview is." So let's break into episode 52.
That's crazy, man.
Crazy, huh? Let's break into episode 52, James. Cool. So tell me, what got you started in? So you just got off The Voice.
Yeah.
That wrapped up last week. Was your final week of that, correct?
Right.
What first off got you into singing? Let's come from what got you into singing and take us all the way through.
Let's do it. So I was never a singer.
Yeah.
Like when I grew up, I was always a fan of music.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I was in my mother's womb, she always tells me she would put headphones on her belly.
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
And, she had to stop eventually because when I got too big, it would hurt because I'd go crazy.
Yeah.
So like it's nothing new, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
People always ask like, when did music become like a huge part of your life? I don't remember.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I was always a fan, and then that turned to I played instruments.
Yeah.
So like I started playing like woodwinds. Like I played the clarinet and the sax first.
Oh wow, I dig the saxophone.
Right. And that's kind of where I got like the fundamentals.
Yeah.
And then I moved on from there to like the keyboard, the piano.
Okay. Yeah.
And ukulele, and then that went to the guitar. And I feel like if you're gonna play the guitar, you kind of have to complement it sometimes with your voice. It's at least like that's what's popular.
Yeah. Right.
So it started from there. I was like, I may as well like turn this into an instrument.
Right.
So yeah, it started from there, and I was just like messing around. And
from words or just like this.
Yeah, exactly. I mean like just learning songs and like covering them and everything like that, and just like, oh, this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
And then I played for this dude named Dawson Harvey.
Okay.
Shout out.
There we go.
I played for him, and he was like, "Man, you're good."
Yeah.
I remember the night because I was so nervous.
Yeah.
Because that's a pretty like intimate moment.
Right.
Seeing somebody for the first time is weird.
Yeah.
But it happened, and he was like, "Man, you should try to do this thing." So that's where it started, really.
Yeah. Who is this guy? This Dawson?
We went to school with him.
Yeah.
He went to Syracuse. He's actually starting his own podcast as well.
Hey, good for him. Good for him.
Got the creators going.
Well, let me know if I can do anything to help him as well, man.
I will.
It's beautiful, really, just to get exposure and help anybody that possible. Because there's listeners that you have no idea about in your everyday life, and the next thing you know, you make an impact, and it's like, whoa, that came just from a conversation we had.
Yeah,
and it's helping somebody. Like a candle that lights another candle loses nothing.
For sure.
So let me know how we can help him out as well as you on your continued success, boss.
Yeah.
So you sing for him. You say, "Okay, you link up. This is what's going to happen." You got the validation basically.
Right.
So up to this point, and this is an assumption, you're in your mind. You're like, "Yeah, I love doing what I do, but how good am I?"
Right.
And then you hear it from somebody else saying, "Hey, you got this.
Yeah.
Like you got it. You're made of the right stuff."
So I assume you took musical lessons as far as the sax and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What about vocal lessons?
No. The first vocal lessons I got were provided by The Voice.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. Weird.
That's impressive.
Super weird.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like it kind of ties into like another reason why I tried out for The Voice and everything like that is because like I don't sing like very technically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't really I've never had a lesson.
Yeah.
I don't like, you know what I'm saying? It's just feeling.
Yeah.
but I feel like that's such an underrepresented thing that's on TV.
What,
You know what I'm
feeling?
saying? It's like that everybody can sing really well, but like it's just people are gonna remember how you make them feel,
Right.
more than how well you sing. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny you say that because all of my favorite singers in these bands, if they went on these shows, they would never make
Exactly.
it ever.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Crazy. We're about to break into this.
Let's do it, man.
Deep,
Let's
but
go. Let's
so
go.
what happened next? So your buddy says, "Hey, I got it."
Right.
He says, "You got this thing. Let's make it happen." You start gaining some more confidence.
Right.
Where's your next step from there? This is in high school.
Yeah, right. This is when I was maybe 15 or 16.
Okay, sophomore year probably.
Yeah, exactly. I just started. All right. So here's another funny story.
Yes, let's get it.
And these are gonna sound like dramatic, but it's really what happened, and it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird how like.
Oh, yeah, I love that
Yeah,
stuff.
I keep telling people because I study a lot of success principles. I study a lot of the greats, the people who are considered great throughout history, and I tell everybody, I said, the weirder it gets, the more you know you're on the path.
Yeah, man.
Like
Yeah.
the weirder shit gets, like you're
Alright.
like, okay, I got it.
So hear me out.
Let's go.
So this is what happened. One day, I was singing and playing guitar and kind of messing around. I was like, man, maybe I should post a cover.
Yeah.
Like maybe I should like actually just do it. And
Just a feeling.
yeah, right. And I just on a whim, I just filmed it and just, like sent it out. I didn't edit it. I just like recorded it and did it.
Yeah.
And I had to go to work right after that. I worked as a lifeguard. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta go to work right now. And on the way there, I was like, I should delete that.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? I didn't work on it. I'll fix it later. And my phone died.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So then I was like, damn, dude, like I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah. You're
So I was
out
like,
there.
I was
You're
like
exposed now.
frantically. Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, as soon as I get to work and I have a minute, I'm like, dude, I gotta get to a charger because I gotta delete it. And when I got on my phone, it was way bigger than I thought it was.
Just blew up.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little. I mean, not huge, but like
Yeah.
blew up more than I thought it was gonna blow up. And so I was like, oh, like
Was this the video or the audio?
the video.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just a raw. Like I
Yeah.
set my phone down and I,
And
let's
let's
go
go.
right there.
Right.
Yeah,
What song did you do?
Ain't No Sunshine.
Ooh, killer. Nice song choice too.
Super weird experience. But that's really where it started, like publicly happening. You know what I'm saying? Because it was always behind closed doors, but that's when it crossed the line.
Oh yeah.
And if my phone wouldn't have died, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So what are you feeling as soon as you get back, you get a charge and you start seeing some of the views? You're just like, holy shit.
It's validating, bro.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like everything. It's like this too. Like it's like this whole where I'm at right now.
Right.
Like it's just like something you think about and you dream about, but you never really like think it can happen until it happens.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I love that you said that though too, is because you've been spending a lot of time behind closed doors doing the thinking, doing the dreaming.
Yeah.
Like it's been an idea.
For
It's just
sure.
been in your head.
For sure.
And then
Yeah.
here we go.
Super weird, man.
Absolutely. So what were you out of high school at this point when you dropped this video?
No.
You're still sophomore, junior year?
I was probably a junior.
Okay.
Yeah. And I posted it and it got a whole lot of feedback and a whole lot of people were like, man, that's crazy. And I remember those like 1 or 2 days, I was like, wow, this is weird.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people were commenting on it.
That's
And
so
like,
cool.
kids from other schools. And in my head, I was like, oh, damn. Like,
Yeah,
this
that's
is
just
crazy.
what I do.
Yeah, exactly. And so I just kept going.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, I'll just do another one. And so it just happened like that. And then I eventually made a YouTube instead of just posting it on Twitter, because that's where I originally posted it, is Twitter.
Gotcha.
Then I made a YouTube and Instagram and everything like that and started, putting it there.
What is, just for the listeners' sake, so they can go check you out, what's your YouTube channel and your Instagram?
Got it. So my Twitter, James Violet _
James Violet
Yeah.
_
I would say James like LeBron, Violet like purple.
James
And that's what it's on
_
YouTube as well.
James Violet _ as well?
Oh no, just James Violet on YouTube.
Okay. Perfect. Man.
Did you get any negative comments on that first post?
Ooh, great question. Like people just talk.
I don't
bashing
think like in person, yes. And I think there were some people that were like in person talking about it that were
Yeah.
probably like, I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that shit didn't matter.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? What's
What's
it
five,
worth,
five
right?
negatives to 100 positives?
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, and that's the thing where like, you can either focus on the negative and focus on those 5 people, or you can look at like the silent support on top of the people who are supporting me. It's like, bro,
Right.
there's no, like, look at all this.
See, that's great because it takes people a long time to learn that.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Right.
So that's good that you have that already at that age
Right.
to say, who cares?
And
Yeah.
and a lot of the times it's like they're people who are close to you too, and it's almost like they're
Mhm.
scared of your success. So
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate because like you love these people.
Yeah.
It's like I've had people even on our business ventures that we're
Yeah.
going against, and you think that they're everything you thought, and next thing you know, you hear that they were talking negative about your craft, and you're like,
Right.
you're like, I love them though. I would do anything for
Right,
that person,
right.
and it hurts. But at the end of the day, just like you're saying, what is this person's opinion worth when I can impact
Exactly.
tenfold, 100-fold
Exactly.
the amount from
Yeah.
positive movements?
Another thing I want to say regarding that as well
Yeah.
is that, like, just based on like what's it worth, is I was a huge introvert when
Yeah.
I was a kid and growing up and everything like that. Like, I didn't have a whole lot of friends.
Yeah.
Like, I would just, like, I didn't want, you know what I'm saying? I didn't
Right.
want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to be publicly known or whatever.
Yeah.
And I had to decide, like, do you want to do music or do you want to be an introvert?
Yeah.
Because if you're going to do this on your own,
You gotta do it.
you got to choose right now.
Yeah.
You got to figure it out. So I had to like push myself a lot to put myself out there, you know, because it wasn't natural for me.
Right.
Yeah, you have to get out of that comfort zone.
Exactly. And it was super weird, but I had to come to that fork in the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truly, man, I love it. And now it's like it's cool to see. I just really love seeing local people explode.
Yeah.
Like I absolutely love it because I feel like where I grew up, there's a lot of people. It's easy to get stuck. Like we live in a comfortable enough environment to where us, our parents, and anybody our age can make a certain amount of income to where they can be comfortable and get stuck there.
For sure.
And that's where the dreams go to the graveyard,
Right.
in the comfort zone.
Well, society here, especially in this state, society tells you what you should do.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
and so that's what most people do: graduate high school, do their church mission thing,
Right.
come home, get married, have kids, get a job,
Do
boom.
it.
Yeah.
Retire and get old. Yeah. I mean, and that's another thing. So I'm starting my own. I don't want to get too into it, but I'm starting my own label. I'm
Mhm.
starting my own
Nice.
business because I kind of want to be like, I want to open the floodgates for people here because I think there's a lot of potential
Yeah.
where we're
Yeah.
at. There's just no one to grasp it. There's no one to like, I guess, guide that potential.
Right.
So I want to be like the dude who's like, oh damn, if he made it,
Yeah.
I can make it right now.
Right.
Like, if he did it and he lived in Syracuse, Utah, and same with people in like other small towns. Like if you're in North Carolina, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like you're from a small town, you see this small town dude like his whole come up, like you can do it too. If you watch that, you can. It's like inspiring.
And
Inspiring.
and you want to see the falters too. You want to see where they're just a regular dude.
Exactly.
You want to see where they had their heart broken, or they failed here and they messed up here and they slipped here. It's like, and he still did it after everything, because it's weird, especially as social media started.
Yeah.
It's like, boom, you're only getting the highlights.
Right.
And now people are starting to understand, like, hey, the more real you can be on social media, the more you show the goods and the bads, and they can really relate.
Yeah.
That's where the magic happens.
Bro, I don't want anything like I want organic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I want to see you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Yeah. I feel you on that. Another thing you were talking about it and you reminded me of it. So after I made that YouTube and I graduated from high school.
Yeah.
This was after the fork in the road that I was talking about. I decided I'm gonna move to LA because that's what I thought I needed.
What part
to do
of
at the
LA do
time.
you live in?
I live in Venice.
Okay, I bounced around. I was in Koreatown, then Marina Del Rey.
Oh,
for a
yeah?
minute. Yeah.
Oh, there you go, bro. Marina Del Rey is not far at all.
Not at all. We'll have some talks
All right,
after.
But yeah, so I moved to Venice, which was like the most expensive. I was like, oh my God, I'm over here. But I moved there because I was like, I didn't have that epiphany yet. I was like, oh, I have to go out there and like have somebody make me. You know what I'm saying? I have to go out there and have somebody pick me up.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, like you said, there was like, speaking of like raw and everything like that, it was like, there's pictures of me because I used to go to work. I used to get off work, go home, get my guitar and my amp and my mic and everything like that, and go back out to the pier and play for hours.
Yeah.
Just trying to make money to get like
Santa Monica?
Santa Monica Pier.
My guy.
Yeah, and the 3rd Street and Promenade.
Yeah.
And just where anybody was.
Yeah.
Just to get like equipment and pay bills and everything like that. So I mean, like, if I can go from, this is on The Voice too, this feature on The Voice, that's why I'm mentioning it. If I can go from that to like where I'm at now, it's like holy shit, like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Anybody can do this. They
Well,
put
that's
the work
good that
into
you
it.
want to help people too, because people need to see that someone's done it first of all,
Yeah.
and that they have help
Right,
to be able to do it.
right.
How much, and this is something I'm going to break into in a future podcast, my story in LA as well, because I thought the same thing. It's like I had to go out there. I was working with people who had made it, who had been wealthy
Yeah,
and was doing big things. And then it took me a little bit. I started going to lunch and seeing these guys pull up in a Bugatti, get
Right.
out, and this lady's like having a bad day. Like, holy shit, how are you having a bad day? And when you're driving a Bugatti,
yeah,
you know, but you realize that there are people just like you. And just like you're saying, you don't have to be somewhere to get picked up. You can pop anywhere.
exactly.
And you have that power. You don't have to have somebody
Yeah,
in a label essence pick you
Mhm.
up, or in a business essence. You don't have to have somebody mentor you.
right,
You can learn from everybody else's failures
Right.
and go, instead of going from A to B, you can take it from A to C.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate. You just have to learn from other people's mistakes, their gains, their values. But you're still the guy.
right.
At the end of the day, it's all you.
Yeah.
What's your effort going to be? Is it going to be effort enough that somebody else needs to guide you still, or effort enough to where if you don't have the guidance, go find it.
Right.
And get it, develop it, create it. Like you
Crazy.
said, the creators are in the building.
I mean, like, I think the epiphany came. Speaking of like, you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
That whole thing is like, I realized it's not like this. It's. My parents have a whole different perspective on this.
Yeah.
Because to them, you have to move to a big city. You have to get picked up by somebody.
Right.
My Instagram is my magazine.
Yes.
I don't have to be featured in a magazine.
Right.
My YouTube is my MTV.
Yep.
Why do I have to be somewhere?
Exactly.
I've published like I think 50 plus platforms. Like,
Yeah.
why do I have to have it? You know what I'm saying? And obviously there's like financial things and
Right. Somebody
stuff like
with
that.
a great network could pick you up
Right.
and get you shaking hands with a few different people, money in your pocket. But
Right.
at the end of the day, they're gonna be eating just as
Exactly.
big a plate, if not bigger, when you're eating crumbs when you could have had the whole thing.
for sure.
You know why your parents think that you have to do it that way?
What's that?
Because we're old.
I was gonna say
That's
no
how you used to
internet.
have to do it.
No internet. Yeah,
That's how we did it.
for sure.
So yeah, I'm learning from T.
Right.
Man, I think the first thing I asked you, okay, are you going to advertise? Are you going to put this and that out there? He says, no, I'm doing it the millennium way.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right,
There you go.
show me,
Yeah.
teach me how. You know.
It's funny because I think at least right now, maybe I'm thinking a couple years back, but at least like recently, it's kind of had like a bad connotation with it. Like, oh, that's kind of just not a real big deal.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not it's not a big deal until people see it's a big deal.
Right.
That's the thing that I've noticed with even with people who are close to me is that, you know, whether or not they believed in me at first, now they realize.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm sure people are coming out of the woodwork to be like, James, you're my guy. Remember that time when we had a lunchbox together?
Yeah, bro.
and that's what it is. And it's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's just people want to attach to a rising tide.
Yeah, man.
And the beauty of it is if you can be that tide that raises all ships.
Yeah.
There's two types of successful people, in my opinion. There's the type that steps on everybody's toes to get to the top. They look down, they say, damn, where's all my friends at?
Yeah.
They ain't got any. And there's people that bring the masses with them.
Yep.
And I feel like that's the type of heart that you have and you
Sure.
provide to. And I know it's going to be this way too. Once you make it big, once we make it big, there's going to be a lot of people saying, well, Teague, remember this? And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
when I wasn't looking, you the night, and it's like you can forgive and you can still help them up without holding a grudge, but it's like you got.
They don't get a free ride.
Truly.
So the funny thing is regarding this is that I've realized it's human nature.
Yeah.
Like you said,
Mhm.
people latch on, and you know you can't really blame them.
Right.
They didn't know.
They're
But it's funny to watch.
Mhm.
You're right. It's a little bit like, oh damn, like not even in like a malicious way, but it is sweet.
yes.
Like, oh damn, like perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's good to sit back and
Right.
say, okay, I was right.
Humble pie.
Exactly.
Humble
man,
pie.
exactly.
It don't always taste the best, but you need it every
Yeah, man.
time it's served for dinner. You
There's
need
people
it.
that believe in you, then there's people that believe in you.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
For sure.
there's this guy I listen to all the time on speeches, and I just get hyped up to help people, like
Right.
genuinely. Like I don't want to give free handouts to anybody because free handouts I feel like can be a negative thing too.
Yeah.
Like if you just go give somebody $1 million, that could be the worst thing that happens in their life.
Look at lottery winners.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But if you can give somebody a hand up to where they understand how to gain their own $1 million or how to manage $1 million or so many different tools, that gift can now turn into a blessing. And I just want to see people thrive, but it's going to be a beautiful thing for just because I wasn't the best guy in the world back in the day, you know. So, and it's already happened, but to have people say, "Man, well, Teague was this, Teague was that," and then here's somebody from the new perspective that hasn't been associated with me for years and years say, "Man, Teague did this."
Yeah.
Like that's what I want my kids to hear.
Yeah, right.
You know, Teague changed, or Teague did this. Teague went from this terrible person to, or making terrible decisions to making better decisions to become the best version.
Right.
You know, and if with a platform you can impact a lot more people. So with a platform you can help a lot more people stand on their own 2 feet. But back to what we were saying, it's like people think that I listen to this billionaire guy and he says, "Man, he was a born leader. You know, he was born that way. He's always been that way."
Yeah.
And it's like, he's like, "You didn't know the amount of times where I had to be born, reborn, reborn again, reborn again, reborn again to become that leader." He's like, "I was terrified to talk to 2 or 3 people." And that's what it reminds me of you. It's like, you were terrified being an introvert. You were terrified to be an extrovert, but had to make the decision.
Yeah.
And even people are like, "Oh, well, James always had it."
Yeah.
And they don't understand you had to rebirth yourself into, hey, I'm an introvert. I'm being reborn into an extrovert because I'm going to get my goals here.
That's like people saying you got lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He was always that way.
You put yourself in those situations, and that's why, like you say, things get weird.
Yeah.
It's because you're putting yourself in those certain situations, and all of a sudden, here comes something else. You know?
Right.
Dude, you're impacting people, though.
It's crazy.
It's beautiful.
It's crazy.
You
It's
know?
it's something that I never thought. I guess I it's weird because I always knew it would happen.
Yeah.
Deep down.
Yeah.
But you lose track.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like after so many failures and after so many nights out on the pier.
Yeah.
Singing for nobody sometimes.
Did you ever cry going home?
Oh yeah, bro. I used to like, because I didn't have a car.
Yeah.
And I was like barely scraping by because I was living in Venice.
Yeah. Dude, it's the money's real.
It's stupid, bro. So I would always take the bus everywhere. And sometimes the bus wouldn't show up for 30 minutes after you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I just walk or whatever. And bro, it's just like, I would look around and I was just not around the type of crowd. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, man, like the lowest of the lows. You know what I'm saying? Like there were people that were just high to their mind sitting next to me.
Right.
I was like, damn, bro. It can't go lower from here. You know what I'm saying? It's only got to go up.
Right.
At least, you know, as far as a career. You know, I've always been blessed. I've always been, like, I've got air in my lungs. I've got like a brain. I've got, you know what I'm saying? So I can't complain too much. But man, as far as like my career, that was definitely the lowest of the lows was busking and street performing and making, you know.
Did you almost give up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But the thing that kept me going was like, all right, I had the epiphany that no one was going to go out there and make it for me.
Right.
Without taking all my money.
Right.
So what I realized I got to do is make something for myself. And that's the first step. You know what I'm saying? Because then people can go, oh, in the very least, at least they can go, okay, he made this.
Yeah.
That's an investment. You know what I'm saying? So we can pick him up. But I realized that I had to get my own equipment. I realized that I had to make my own thing go. And I needed money for that. I needed capital.
Yeah.
And that's why I started busking, is to really like grind, go out there, practice my craft, meet people, and make money as well. And so I could truly buy a microphone, buy a laptop, and buy recording equipment. And it happened.
Yeah.
So like, it's all, it's not easy. Like I'm sure you guys know, it's never like easy. But if you want to do it, bro,
do it.
You can.
Anything can.
It's weird.
What's the most you made singing on the pier?
Oh man.
Dude, I tell you, there's talented people.
I know.
There's some good nights.
I wish, that we would have been in the same time, or maybe we were. I don't know. About 2 years ago, and
what, 2017?
Yeah,
how was it?
2017. Me and my buddy. So he passed away. He grew up in Roy with me.
So
it's all good, man. We're all gifted for it. Like you said, we're gifted for having the air. We got a brain, air in our lungs, brain on our heads. Like each day is a gift and a blessing in itself. So any time that we get with others, I try not to take for granted now because you just never know. But we would go out there. Same thing. Watch the sunset. You know, he's like, Deke, I gotta get me a saxophone.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, man, you be serenading all the ladies, man. You already know. And then just comes full circle. You're on the same pier we were
That's
all
hilarious,
talking about
bro.
it, and you're out there playing, mastering your craft.
That's right.
So
That's right. Or
man.
at least dabbling into that. I mean, you know, to go back to what you said, in the summer and on the good nights, I'd make a lot of money and I'd be on top of the world.
Yeah.
And then when it get colder and less, you know, people coming, man, nothing.
Highest of the highs, lowest of the lows.
Yeah, exactly.
What's a lot of money?
I only played for maybe like an hour or two one time, and I made like maybe like 170.
Nice.
Some of it was in euros though, so I didn't go to the bank because there was a lot of tourists there. But yeah, man, it was like I was like, damn, that's a good amount of money. You know,
Yeah,
for somebody
for that
who's
long,
doing oldies every night, I was like, damn, I'm big balling now.
On the top.
I can stop McDonald's on.
That's right, man. That's right.
So what brought you back to Utah? I mean, were you in LA or Utah when you tried out for The Voice?
I moved back to Utah.
Okay.
So what happened is I realized, like, you know what, man, like, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
I'm like unhappy and it's not going anywhere.
Right.
So why don't I move back to my family, my girl, my hometown, and like you said, take everybody with me. It's gonna be slower. And granted, you know what I'm saying, it's slower. But and like you said, instead of stepping on everybody's toes, just bring everybody up with me.
Exactly.
And man, if you grind, if you go hard, like you can do, like I said, you can really do anything.
Yeah,
true. It's not gonna be easy, but I'm trying to bring everybody up with me.
Right. Well, what I found out too, and we've talked about this as well, is it's not easy doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like you gotta go through a lot of mental torture. Well, man, what if I did this, or what if I did, or maybe I could do that. You go through so much mental turmoil. It's just as hard, if not harder, than doing the damn thing itself.
Yeah.
If you just start, it's like doing the thing. Yeah, it's uncomfortable. It gets hard, but most people don't realize like they spend a harder time living in a life that they don't enjoy. And it's like even if you're falling on your face 100 times, at least you're chasing something that you possibly like, than waking up saying, shit, this isn't what I want to do.
Yeah.
Because
what you said, uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I've realized through this whole process of, you know, failing over and over and over and over and then succeeding.
Yeah.
If you're uncomfortable, you're growing so much. So stay uncomfortable. I never want to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I want to be like, oh, like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Right.
But then eventually you do.
Right.
And then it's on to the next one. And by the time you're, you know, doing this for a while, people look up at you and they're like, wow, how does he know all these things?
Right.
Bro, I've stayed uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You gotta get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
And then it's just another day. Like it's another day in the park. If something wild as hell happens, it's all good. You've been preparing yourself.
Yeah.
You've been uncomfortable for the past 364 days straight. What's another uncomfortable situation gonna do for you? Nothing. And then the next thing you know, you're resilient. You're callousing your toughness.
Yeah. And back to what you said, that's when people say you got lucky.
Right.
It's weird.
Stay uncomfortable.
Right.
So, you know, you're super uncomfortable all the time. And at least for me, because like I said, I'm an introvert, and like even doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Man, like 3 years ago, I would have been like,
when you first started.
you would have had told me to come closer to the mic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if you just stay, like you said, get comfortable, stay uncomfortable.
So what was it like? You said shit.
This is what happened. So I basically, it came from those internet covers.
Yeah.
So there was actually like a third party casting company, and they emailed me. And they say, hey, we found your YouTube, we found your Instagram.
Yeah.
What do you think about coming to a private audition in Denver?
Wow.
Yeah, but I thought it was a scam. I was
Right.
like, oh, no shit.
Right, yeah.
No.
They didn't say what they were for.
Well, they did, but I was like, yeah, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, some weird, shady casting company hitting me up like a kind of like an underground singer, give me this, and I was like, I don't know about that.
Someone just screwed with
me. Yeah, exactly. And it's funny because I was so tainted to like that kind of life, especially like in LA. Not to bag on LA, it's a wonderful place, but everybody's trying to grab a dollar.
Yes.
So I was a little bit tainted from living there for so long. I was like, oh, this isn't real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, get out of my face. And
right.
I thought back to it like a couple weeks later. I was like, damn, like what if it's real though?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I went and did some research, and I talked to the lady on the phone. He emailed me, and I kind of just verified that it was real.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
Let's go. Yeah.
let's go to Denver. So I did. I still didn't know if it was a scam or not. So I went to Denver. I flew there, got a hotel, and it was real.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's history. Went from a private audition to another audition to finally the real thing.
To The Voice. So the private audition was for The Voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Wow. Next thing. So what was it like, especially like, because people grew up watching American Idol before The Voice was, and then now The Voice is kind of taken over. What goes on a daily for a competitor?
Well,
Yeah.
first of all,
Yeah.
who was the private audition in front of?
It was okay. So it was funky because it was in Denver, right?
Yeah.
So there was, of course, some NBC executives there,
Okay.
which I didn't know who they were.
Right.
I was just in a room singing. I was like, oh shit, like,
Singing.
yeah, exactly. But a lot of them were just like the venue people. A lot of them were just running the place, and there were some executives that were kind of anonymous, so that I could,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Just
I had
be
no
you.
idea.
and
Yeah,
all this rest,
exactly.
Yeah.
And it was super. Like I didn't know what was happening. I was just singing, and I was just doing my craft.
Yeah.
And, they told me after, they're like, we want you to come back, and then it happened again and again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Super weird.
So what's it like? I mean, from going, hey, it's like, is this real? Is this not real? To you audition, they say some great things. What's the first thing? You call your parents, or what happened?
Dude, I still can't believe it. It's weird. And my parents were even more skeptical. Of it. They're like, all right, go to Denver.
Yeah.
Adios.
Yeah.
And I can't blame them for it. Like it was weird.
Right.
But it's almost like just take the opportunity.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just do it. Even if it's a fail. Even if I went up
What's
there,
the worst that can happen?
Yeah. That's what my whole mentality was with the whole show. It's like, dude, what do you have to lose?
Yeah. Nothing.
I'm gonna go back to the pier and make $2 a night.
Right.
You may as well shoot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Truly. What was the process like on a day-to-day interaction? Because we have
Right.
Haley Payne from So You Think You Can Dance.
Okay. Yeah.
And she's local as well.
Yeah.
And she said it's like there's so much that goes on behind the scenes. Like it's just a marathon.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because like I've always been interested in like how, like what happens. How do they make this like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all the behind the scenes,
Yeah.
the backroom stuff. That's what I was like, damn, how do they do that? And like the budget, I realized, is so huge. Like it's a corporation, you know what I'm saying? So they don't have any like lack of money.
Mm-hmm.
So they take care of you, man. So like they keep you in a hotel with all the other contestants, and really, I mean, so you had some off days, but most of the days were like camera time or like rehearsal, or they even had choreographers. Even though it's a singing show, I couldn't just stand up there and go.
Right.
So they had to like make you feel a little more comfortable, which is like another thing. Even though I kind of got past that singing in front of people, it's still weird to like, because you know what I'm saying? These
Or
natural
cameras.
extroverts that are like going like this. I'm like, how do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I keep it in here.
Yeah.
But they kind of taught me how to do it without being
Kind of let
like
yourself go.
Yeah, exactly. So it was cool. So yeah, like choreographer, like the vocal lessons that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Lots of like camera time, like B-roll and everything like that. That was really what was on the daily, and then just getting ready for the next episode.
Are they? What are you feeling when you go on your first vocal lesson and you say, "Oh shit! Like I ain't never had a vocal lesson."
Yeah, bro. I didn't tell him. It's just like, I knew exactly what I was doing.
Yeah.
And they probably did. I don't know. I was just like, let's go. I'm not gonna tell her and that's another thing. I've never said this actually. This will be the first time I've said it. I got a pneumonia for my first audition.
Wow.
I had a pneumonia when I was going up on stage.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to tell anybody. This is like the vocal lesson. I never had it. I didn't want to say
Let's
anything.
go.
Because like why am I already making excuses?
Yeah.
Just go, dude.
Don't
Just
say
go out
yourself.
there and like drop it. And don't even tell anybody after it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what's it?
This is the shot.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Yeah, exactly. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. It's like
Crazy.
that's dude. Sometimes you have to though. You know, it's stuff like that that really separates the greats. It's why Michael Jordan's memorable for coming out of the court on the flu and whooping some ass.
Exactly. Bro.
Like sometimes you just got to get out of your own way.
Exactly. And Michael Jordan didn't go in the camera and say, "I have the flu."
Right.
He didn't say that.
So if I don't play good,
Yeah,
it's 'cause I
you
have
know
the
why.
Yeah.
He's just a beast, man. He's silent. puking
Yep.
and drinking Gatorade, baby.
Exactly. Staying ready so
That's
you don't
right.
have to get ready.
That's right.
But man, like it's true about just getting over the mental toughness because shit's gonna come up.
Yeah.
It may be the pneumonia. It may be, man, I didn't have a ride.
Yeah.
Shit, you better run there.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly,
like-
man. Go.
Exactly. Make
Oh.
it drop all the excuses because that's how it's weird. We hold ourselves back
Yeah.
more than anybody else in this entire
Yeah.
world. We're like, well, man, why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
Well, 9 times out of 10, it was something I did that held me back from getting
Yeah.
what I wanted.
Yeah. Or even if it wasn't,
Run.
Go.
Yeah, exactly.
you're never like, just forget about it.
Yep.
Do your thing. Do the best you can. And
Yes.
if nothing else, at least you knew you did that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that sounds super cliche, but
Well, you can fall back on that. Though.
Exactly.
I did everything I could have done.
exactly.
Next time I'm getting better.
And that's my thing, is I never want to say, like, I never want to be like, I never want to tell my kids, oh, I could have done this, I could have done that, I could have been this, it's like, dude,
Yeah.
like, I just want to try.
Yeah.
And that's gonna take me somewhere.
Right.
If you just keep trying and keep going and eat shit
Yeah.
and then get up and keep going,
Yeah.
even harder, like,
Yeah.
bro, it's gonna happen. It's
Unstoppable.
only a matter of time.
Yes.
As long as it's quality and you keep going.
What was it like the first time that red light came on the camera?
Which one are you talking about?
Just
Oh,
your
recording?
first live, your
Ooh.
very first live red light.
It's crazy, man. It's okay. So I'll tell you the blind audition. So that's really what. So everything was kind of lax until the blind audition. And they were just really trying to get you ready.
Yeah.
For that, moment, because it's only one take. You just go up there and you just do it. And it was so freaky, man. So I remember I was standing like right in the doors, and like for all the people who watch The Voice who are watching this right now, they hear this voice. It's like, welcoming your next artist, and then doors open. They
Yeah.
walk up, and it's all silent. That's real.
Yeah.
That voice is not host. That's like real. Like it tells the crowd, it tells you.
Yeah.
And I was shitting myself. I was like, oh,
Right.
I'm the next artist.
Yeah. Here we
And
go.
yeah, exactly. And I had a walking pneumonia.
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, bro, let's go. Let's get up there. And it was freaky. Like you said, when the red light came on, I was freaked out.
My bad.
But I had to like take a moment to myself and just be like, go. Just like I keep saying, like, this is your shot.
Right.
And it's funny because so there's 30 days around 30 days that you prepare for this blind audition.
Okay.
It comes down to 90 seconds. So either you flop or you like just do your best.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I got up there and I did my thing, and really I was so nervous I kind of like blacked out. Like
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
Oh, yeah.
It felt like yeah, exactly.
Were you watching yourself in a movie?
Dude. Like I never really understood what people meant when they say that. Like I was like, watching yourself, like
Yeah.
like
Right.
but like it's almost like for people who've been in like a car accident or like something crazy that's just happened and it's like all of a sudden it's like insane. It's like that.
Yeah.
And so that's what happened is I was just going off of muscle memory, and then I kind of like realized where I was at. And yeah, I was singing and Kelly turned around first.
Yeah.
So I was singing Sweet Creature by Harry Styles. That was my audition song.
Yes.
Yeah. And maybe like 15 or 20 seconds into it, Kelly turned around.
You just get like a sigh of,
Dude.
oh, okay.
I was on stage still singing.
Yeah, then you can probably really relax.
Yeah, the dude sitting in my head was like, oh,
Right.
right. He's like, just relax now.
Yes.
Because at least you're on the show. If nothing else, if none of the coaches turn around and you flop, you're on our team. I got, okay, so it was Kelly. And at the very end, Blake hit his button, and then Gwen followed. So everybody but John.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's money.
So I was like, holy shit.
Wow.
This just turned into a 3-chair tournament. Because, like, you go up there, and they don't give you any, whether or not it's like they're on a agenda, they have an agenda, like the
Yeah.
producers or whatever, you don't know.
Yeah.
They never give you any hints or
Yeah.
clues, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so you don't know, like the person just before me, like, didn't get in. I was just watching them.
Yeah.
Like, well, nope, they didn't get in.
Like somebody just
See
got
you later.
roasted right before you, and
Yeah,
you gotta
man.
go.
Yeah.
It's your time to shine.
So
And you gotta
Actually-
shake that off too.
yeah, exactly.
They
It's
just
like,
got
okay,
roasted.
go, let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go. Yeah. It was a lot. It was a lot to it was a really good learning experience.
Oh,
Because like a lot of these big concepts that I learned from doing that, I can use in every aspect of life.
Truly.
Whether it's like my family or like having kids in the
Yeah.
future, getting married, and my career. It's all the same, bro. Like all these big concepts are really like versatile.
Yes.
Yeah.
Principles at the end of the day are principles.
Exactly.
You can apply those anywhere.
That's right.
And it's like, man, that's where I could have got stuck going and learning a bunch of theory
Yeah.
in college. You know, I'm not like I've learned more just through my life experiences than any classrooms ever taught me.
Yep.
And it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like this is you saying universal.
Yeah.
Let's plug. It's plug and play now.
Right.
Once
It's
you learn
life
it,
college.
exactly. I tell people I got a master's degree and a PhD in life. And I man,
That's funny you bring up school. So I'm in school right now.
yes.
And really it's just for the kind of like the social aspect of it.
Yeah.
Because I think, college is it's a really great thing for people who don't know exactly what they're doing,
Yes.
don't know exactly where they're meant to be. It's such a useful tool to be like, oh, well, maybe I could try this class out, see what I'm good at, see what I love, and then go from there. But if you know exactly what you're doing, like, it's still useful. I'm still using it. I want to be a musician, but I'm going for business marketing.
Yeah.
They kind of go hand in hand.
Right.
What I want to do. But like, if I dropped out,
Yeah.
let's go. I still know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm still on the same path.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm really just doing it for that social thing.
That's
Yeah.
something too. You never know who you might meet. You're,
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
one person away from something. It's that text you got from Denver. That message
Exactly.
saying, "Hey, one person away. Let's do something big."
Weird, right?
It's truly. It's so cool,
It's
man.
just this one
I love
thing
it.
that happens and it falls into
I love it.
where we are right now.
So let me ask you this: based on that, do you believe in coincidences?
Oh, it's tough, man. I didn't like. I thought everything was a coincidence before this whole thing happened. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh, like that's just the way things happen, and you kind of make your own luck. But it's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like my gut says everything's a coincidence, but then like where I'm at right now,
Couldn't have happened with coincidence.
exactly.
Right.
Like
It's
and
too
I've
perfect.
I've
almost.
never been a religious person, but now it's like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah.
This is a little bit too weird to
Explain.
to throw into coincidences.
And it doesn't even have to be religious. It's just there's something else.
Right.
It's like, what is it?
Yeah.
You know,
Even if it's just fate
right.
or whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's here.
Yeah.
I love that shit, man. Crazy.
Yeah.
So what happened? You start kicking ass on The Voice.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
my
you.
pleasure, man. My pleasure.
Thanks,
And
thank
then
you.
walk me through the process where you almost get taken off. Then they say,
Yeah. Okay. So this is what happened.
Yeah.
This is what happened. So I was on. So I got Kelly, Blake, and Gwen. Now,
for the listeners, who you got? Gwen Stefani.
yeah, Gwen Stefani, Blake Shelton, and
Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, Kelly Clarkson. Sorry, I didn't know how to word it. So everybody but John Legend.
Yeah.
Right. And I picked Gwen, which was a really, really controversial thing that I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I consciously did it. I consciously did it because I love Kelly Clarkson. Kelly Clarkson is my favorite coach on The Voice. She's my favorite coach on The Voice. And I keep saying that because it's true. But I was like, people aren't going to remember me.
Yeah.
I picked Kelly. I don't want anybody to know. I don't want my next move to be known.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to
Yeah.
box myself into this
Mix
little
it up.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like Gwen because she's so herself.
Yeah.
And she just does her thing. If you don't like it, bro, see
Yeah.
you later.
Yeah.
See you later. And her stage presence and everything like that. I feel like I had a lot to learn from her. I was like, damn, maybe I'll pick her.
Yeah.
So it was a genuine decision up there because I was like, Kelly's the right decision. But I want to, make people go, what?
Yeah.
What?
Something magical might
You know what I
happen if
mean?
I walk in this unknown
Exactly. So then past that, wait, did you have a question?
No.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I kind of did. Did they kind of have some animosity after you picked Gwen, or do they just? I mean,
No.
honestly, do you think they're just like, okay, that's?
I
That's
think
what
they
it
are.
was.
I think they are. I think they're like, oh, whatever, we'll
Yeah.
work with that. You know what I'm saying? We'll go based off of that. But Kelly had no hard feelings. Like the
Yeah.
actual
Okay.
person, Kelly Clarkson,
Right.
which is weird to say. I knew that she was pure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She was just like, oh, she told me,
She's still wishing you the best of luck. Exactly. No matter what.
exactly. And she told me that explicitly. You know what I'm saying? Like behind the scenes and everything like
Yeah.
that. Or I guess ended it off. It was
Yeah.
like, she was very sweet.
Cool.
Yeah, and there were no hard feelings or anything.
Incredible. I love that.
Yeah. So then when I got on Gwen's team, I met Will I Am,
Nice.
and he and Gwen coached myself and my partner. My partner is Kendall Inskeep. She's like this is like an indie country. I don't know. She's like a blend of all these weird little niche like genres, right?
Yeah.
Super dope voice. And I was paired with her, and I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Female vocalist, like females can hit all these notes that you can't.
Right.
So you really got to play your cards right.
Yeah.
And her, Gwen and Will I Am were coaching myself and Kendall, and that was an experience that was super eye opening too. Because was like a really he wasn't like an awkward dude, but he kind of was. He was a human.
Yeah. Right.
And like
It's
a lot
weird
of
to see
times,
they're human, huh?
a lot of times these people look like wax figures when you're in front of them because you've seen them on your screen for so long.
Right.
That it's like, well, like you're in the flesh. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That character that's in my head
Yeah.
of you is like here. Whether or not, you know what I'm saying, that matches. Like,
Yeah.
this is who people are talking about.
Yeah.
It was a super weird moment, but Will I Am really like opened my eyes to like everybody's a human.
Yeah.
Like he was such an awkward dude in a good way.
In a
Like,
real
he's a
way.
genius.
Yeah.
He's a genius. I think he is.
Agreed.
I mean, you know his name.
Yeah.
You know his name. I know his name. He must be a genius somehow. But he was a really awkward dude, and I was like, damn, like this dude's just a guy.
Yeah.
Like he's just a
Yes.
human.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, he goes to sleep just like me. He bleeds the same, just like me. He breathes the same air. It's weird, and that's something I'm gonna take with me for a long time.
You got it. You're made of the right stuff.
It's weird.
It's nuts,
It's
huh?
weird.
I had to see it the same. Like I had to see the people in Beverly Hills to be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's like, for real though. That's really. It's like, it is that. It's that euphoria of I can do it.
It's weird.
It's like
man.
I
It's
can
weird.
do it, but then it's like, are you shitting me?
Dude.
It's like for real. Like this person,
Weird, man.
this person just is eating eggs on their couch. You know, they're hungry too. It's like you forget.
Dude,
It's
You make
weird to
people.
think about.
Yeah.
But you put them on a pedestal
it's weird.
for why? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
For what reason?
Yeah.
But you just do. Everybody does.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it goes back to that human nature thing. With like same thing with like people idolizing people and saying,
Yeah.
oh, like remember this, remember that.
Right.
It's like it's just human nature.
Yeah.
It's weird though.
Truly.
So past that, so Will and Gwen were coaching myself and Kendall, and we sang. I got assigned a country song.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Right
And I
on
was like,
next.
oh shit! Like I never heard this song. I never ever heard the song. I never even heard the artist. Which glad that I was introduced to her. Mary Morris. You guys know her?
I
She's a
don't.
new country singer. I mean, relatively new.
Yeah.
But I'd never heard her song. And then 2 days later, I had to perform it in rehearsal with Gwen and Will. So I was like, shit, dude. So that was really back to like the old days of like, you got to learn really quick.
Yeah.
You got to go.
Adapt now.
Yeah, exactly.
Game time decision.
Yeah, and luckily, like I did. And it went well and it went all smoothly. And we actually got to the actual battle. And we did a super dope duet. It's on YouTube as well if you guys are watching this.
Yeah.
You can go look it up. And the chemistry was just right, dude. Like,
Yeah,
it was
nice.
dope. And the coaches all had nice things to say. And Gwen picked Kendall at the end of the day. She was like, you know, I picked, and I was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like that, I just ate shit right there.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get back up and I'm gonna say, hey, thank you so much, and on to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to say that. I was ready to say, hey, like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And Carson Daly, the host on the show, he was like, hey, he's available for steal. And John Legend hit his button to steal me.
Yeah.
And Gwen hit her button to save me. So now I had another choice. Which I never ran that scenario through my head, bro.
Yeah.
So I had to just shoot from the hip right there.
Right.
And I was on.
what surprise are you
No,
gonna put on
man,
people?
exactly. And I was on stage for a lot longer than it shows because I was on there for like
Right.
and the audience was yelling. And I was like, oh my god!
Yeah.
And in that moment, it kind of like time slowed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought really clearly, and I was like, this time with Gwen has been dope, but also like I have to go with like my gut at the end of the day. Like I just had to forget every rational decision because Gwen's team was a little bit less stacked than John's team. John's team has big hitters on his team, and so it was either go with your gut or go with what's safe. And I was like, no, I went with John. I was up there and I was like, I gotta go with my gut. And I was like, I gotta pick John.
Yes.
And they put it on a cliffhanger on the episode. So when it was actually edited and aired, I lost, and then they pressed their buttons, and then the episode ended.
Yeah.
And then next time you got to see, which was really good for me. It was a good spot to sit in because everybody's like, oh shit, and they look me up and whatever like that.
What happened to James?
Exactly. So yeah, anyway, I ended up picking John, and it was super like free, you know what I mean? And yeah, just like that whole go with your gut thing. That's another thing I'm gonna keep with me for a long time.
It's a big principle.
Yeah, exactly. Even like this last week, there was somebody who approached me with like an offer, and it was so smart, like publicity wise. It was so smart to do. Like my business side was like screaming, like do it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't feel it. Like it's not in my gut. Even though it's such a stupid thing to say from like a straight business standpoint, it's not safe.
Yeah.
You're not gonna make anything. You're not gonna make sparks fly if you don't go with your gut.
Right. Truly.
You know what I'm saying? People are. It's just gonna be
mediocre.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be something, but not what it could have been.
Exactly.
Did you ever see what happened to Master P when he was on his come up? Him and I don't know whose partner was, but he was on the come up, and same thing. He gets offered like I don't know if it was $1 million or how much it was, but he gets offered a fat amount. He hadn't made it yet. He hadn't done anything yet. He'd just been on the come up, on the grind. He gets offered this amount, same thing. He declines it. Right. He comes back to his partner. His partner's like, "What the hell, man?" Yeah. He's like, "You should have, like, what's going on?" He said, "Can you imagine if these people are paying us this much? How much can we make on our own?"
Yeah.
Tenfold.
Yeah.
Boom. And he went after it, and he made bang.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. Same thing, but it's scary to go with your gut sometimes.
Yeah. It's
but you got to. You got to. Like, it's a must, because there's these. Everything we have, we interpret through our 5 senses: our touch, our hear, our sight, our smell, and etc. Our taste. But there's extra sensory stuff happening all the time, and your brain is catching everything that's coming in as information all day long. And it's like, if you can call it vibes, you can call it whatever you want to call it. But if there's somebody around you, and you're like, I don't know, like there's just something off. Sometimes there's something off, and like you have to respect those feelings that you may not consciously see, but information got taken into subconscious, and you got to act.
That's something recently, super recently. It's okay if you just want to pull a boss move and go with your gut.
Yes, I love it.
Like it's all. You're not gonna regret it,
right?
You're not. If you go against your gut, you 99% of the time you're gonna.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah,
right.
So anyway, back to John's team.
Okay.
So I was now on John Legend's team. I was in the top 8 contestants. So I was like in this little tiny group of people. You know what I mean? And I learned that I was paired up with this girl, Kalia Lene. And if you look her name up too, if you're watching this, this dude, she had my favorite. She had my favorite blind audition. Like I met her on the show, and she told I watched her rehearsal and everything like that. I was like, damn, this is dope.
Yeah.
And even when it aired, I was like, this is my favorite blind audition. And I was paired with her. I was like, shit. And the only thing that I could have done is I was like, okay, maybe I'll get stolen. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we go into rehearsal and everything like that. I was like, oh shit. And let me back up actually a little bit. So they, with the whole mentor thing and the mega mentor, who I don't know if you guys know, but it was Taylor Swift this season. They don't tell you. They don't tell you anything about who it is. It's genuine. Like the surprise that you see on screen, at least from my perspective, was genuine. Yeah. So super weird to like walk in and see Taylor Swift.
T Swift in the building.
If I'm not mistaken, I mean, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure she's the highest grossing female artist, at least for music, strictly music, because Rihanna has Fenty and whatever like that.
Gotcha.
But like for strictly music, I think she's the highest selling, or among. Anyway, I was like, holy shit, Taylor Swift. Whether or not you're a fan, like she's history. Yeah, exactly. So that was dope, meeting her too. And she was really, she was a lot shyer than it showed up on TV. Like in person, when I was looking at her, like in the flesh, it was like she was super sweet and super like yeah,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And she was
Yeah.
like super, super, super nice. I was like, it came back to that same thing. It's like, you're just a human, bro. Like, you're just a person. They just edit, you know, what they want to portray you as. And you're just, you know, you're in the flesh. You breathe the same air as me.
You're real.
Yeah.
I love it.
That was another epiphany I had. And then going to the knockout round with Kalia is when I lost.
Yeah.
And even though I lost, like, I knew I was gonna lose, right? Because it was Kalia. I was like, oh shit. But I still don't regret going with my gut feeling.
Right.
Because with my gut, I feel like maybe if I would have made all the safe choices, I would not have gotten the publicity that I did.
Yeah.
Which I got, like, not to be boastful, but I got more than usual.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, like, I guess going with your gut may be like the right decision.
Yes.
And you know, like, you can always say, oh, like, if I went back and did this and did that. But like, at the end of the day, you just gotta keep moving forward.
Truly.
That's what I'm trying to do, is like, I'm just trying to say, okay, that was dope.
Yeah.
Now what am I gonna do?
Right.
Now that step's done, what's the next move?
Yeah.
And then past this, what's the move after that?
What's the grand plan?
Yeah, man. And if you just keep making moves, and I failed. Like, I failed on the show.
Right.
I didn't make it to live rounds. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, like we were talking about earlier with the haters and lovers, it's like I was in the top 32 of 30 to 40,000 people that tried out for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, what's it worth? Like, I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying?
Truly.
It's weird, bro.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You went in saying that you knew you were going to lose.
Yeah.
You think that affected you?
Yeah, I do think it affected me. And I think that mentality was not good to have.
Yeah.
Because
it's hard not to.
Yeah, exactly. And I did still have that, like, effing attitude.
Yeah.
But I was like, it was less. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I went in kind of like, oh, but still, you know what I mean? And I think it definitely did affect me. Whether or not I was still going to lose,
Right.
it definitely affected the performance.
That's real to say, though. That's some.
Yeah, right. I mean, you got to be self-aware.
Right.
True. Or else you're not ever going to grow. Like, if I go into another thing like that, and I have the same thing, it's going to happen again.
Yeah.
So if I learn from that and say, bro, you just gotta forget that and just say, I'm gonna win. You know, and maybe not even that, but just like stop being so down on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you got this, what she has.
It'll totally affect like how you do.
Yeah.
Well, that's where it comes down to the difference between confident and cocky.
Right.
You can go in confident saying, I'm going to win.
Yeah.
Or you go in cocky saying, I'm going to win.
Yeah.
And you
Right.
lose.
Right. Exactly.
Truly.
Exactly.
So, and I know it's kind of an up and coming surprise for your development, what you want to work on. But what are your next steps that you want to share before you kind of unveil?
No, yeah, I'm going up. I'm gonna totally lay it out,
Let's go.
because I think that, like, I respect people that just lay it out
Yes.
and to just tell you what they're gonna do, so that you can
It's on
you
record.
can- yeah, exactly, and you can, like, identify with that and then see it come up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm starting my own record label, which
My
is
God.
In Full Bloom Records LLC, which I just barely did today.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Even though, like, on Apple Music and Spotify and everything, it's technically a record.
Yeah.
Like, under my that's what I released it under.
Yes.
But yeah, that's what I'm starting. I'm also releasing 2 new songs within the next couple weeks.
Okay.
Right. And yeah, man, I'm actually releasing some merch as well, like some small buttons, and it's really just the kind of, it's less about the money, more about the community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really care about the money. I just really want to cover costs.
Yeah. And
I just want people to see that it's real.
Yeah.
And yes, I made these little buttons that say In Full Bloom. It has, like, the O's in bloom or sunflowers, and, like, there's bees flying around. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
give you some.
let me know how we can purchase some.
For sure.
To support as well.
Yeah, I will.
Did you write those songs? Those 2 songs?
Yes, yeah. So I have 7 out right now. I released, like, a little EP, which is,
Okay.
like a small album. But I'm excited to keep going, because I look back at those songs and I want to keep doing this. Is that I look back and I'm like, damn, I could have done so much better.
Yeah.
Now that I know what I know,
Yeah.
damn, I could have done so much better. So now I'm gonna do it my way again.
Yeah.
And then in a year, I'm gonna look back at these songs and be like, damn,
Right.
I messed up again. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Truly.
It's all about growth.
Mastering the craft, refinement.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it. It's like I'm I'm obsessed with diamonds.
Okay.
Just because they really just start off as a piece of carbon, just a ugly ass rock.
Yeah.
and then truly though, they got to go under pressure and pressure and pressure. And I watched this guy who was in the Amway back in the day, so he's a billionaire from there. He has so much gold in there because they had a level where basically if you hit a place called diamond, you're basically financially set for the rest of your life. And he always talked about the concept of a diamond. So it's like, I'll never forget the concept of diamond, how it has to go under the pressure, it has to go under the heat, it has to go on, like all this uncomfortable stuff, and there's so much on it, and
So valuable.
gorgeous.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That's a really good metaphor.
Dude, I eat it up, man. I can't get enough of it. But I'm excited to see your diamond. Because you're becoming it right now.
Oh, man, I'm under that heat
Yes,
right now.
exactly.
Under that pressure.
Kidding, yep.
But like I said, I hope to stay under the pressure and the heat for a long time.
You wouldn't
Don't
have it
hope
any
to
other
stay
way.
there. Just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Man, outside of that, where are we at on time, Corey?
101.
Ooh, man. Okay. Well,
Damn, it's
let's-
really already,
yeah,
huh?
That's fast.
Yeah.
So,
That was fast.
we're gonna have you on again after you get everything
please.
promoted, if that's okay. I
Absolutely.
want people to resonate with your come up, if that's okay as well. And anything we can do to help you flourish, I offer every single person I speak to, because I genuinely mean it. If I can do anything for you guys, let me know. Like, I'm all about it. Anything to help another ship rise, brother. I'm all about it, because
I like that.
that's where we go, man.
No, let's definitely do this again.
For sure. I appreciate you. Any last gold nuggets to drop for the listeners before we let them go and kind of check you out on the gram and on YouTube?
Yeah, I do have something to say. I'm gonna look right at the camera for this one.
Hell yeah.
If you don't believe me, follow me. Just watch. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to believe me.
Yeah. Just watch.
And DM me and say you don't believe me, and comment and say you don't believe me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And even just silently be like, man, whatever. And I think you can do the same as that with determination, and when you eat shit, getting back up and going again. Like I keep saying in this whole podcast is like, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
Whether or not I'm going to be huge or just, you know what I'm saying, whatever level it comes to, something's bound to come out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really excited, man.
Just like you said, it's inevitable.
I like how you say that. If you don't believe me, just watch. And I look at it this way: that's not for motivation for you.
Yeah,
That's for them.
it's for them.
Yeah.
It is.
And it's not I'm above you because I'm gonna make it happen. It's
No.
like, watch because you need to see this,
And
because
you
you
can.
got it too.
Because like literally, what you can do whatever you want wherever you are. That's just point blank.
Yeah.
Point blank. If you work hard enough and you just keep going, dude, it's super weird to say.
Yeah.
Because I've always heard it and I've always been like,
Yeah.
man, that's what lucky people say.
Right.
And that's what this kind of person says.
Yeah.
And now I'm not even at the level of success that, like most of, whoever are, but like there was this girl, not to keep your podcast.
No,
but
no,
there was
yeah,
this
keep
girl who DM'd me the other day and she said like, you made it. And I was like, what the hell are you talking? You know what I'm
In his
saying?
eyes, what's made it?
Exactly. And in her eyes, I made it. And yeah, it's just weird. Like, and then to go back to what you said is like, I'm just a human.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here. This is the water that I drink.
Right.
And this is the water you drink. And this is the water that you drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody can do it. It's weird.
I love it. Truly.
Yeah.
Go make it happen.
Totally.
Just go make that shit happen.
Crazy.
Truly. What about you?
I like it. I'm good. Thanks so much for coming on.
No, thank you for having me. I'm sure I'll see you guys again. I'll be back.
Truly. Yes, we got a lot to talk about.
Totally.
And as always, guys, coming to you raw.
That was dope.
That was freaking awesome.
So tell me this.
Yes.
Awesome.